Hey guys, ColeyBo3 here and welcome to this special video on my channel. It is indeed the long awaited best of 3 against KSIOlajidebt, or as most of you know him, just KSI. Now the team I used was the Aventus/PSG hybrid team that I posted up a squad builder of about a week ago, and I'll leave a link in the description below for anyone that missed that, and also a link on the screen right now, so if you want to go check that out and see what team I played him with for the 3 games. But anyways, let's crack straight on into the first game and look at this team that he put up against me. It's got some insane players in there. You've got Benzema up front. The big one there is Ramos and Thiago Silva at centre back. That is a formidable partnership. Dani Alves, just so much class throughout the team. It's pretty much Barcelona, a couple of Real Madrid players, and then Thiago Silva in the mix. An unbelievable team. But you'll see directly from kickoff, I got so fortunate. A couple of lucky bounces. He let me kind of break free there with Lamela. I did get the advantage, but who's there? Aguero, and he was just clinical in front of goal with that finesse shot into the bottom right, and that was 1-0. I couldn't have got off to a better start against KSI, and you'll see here I did have the lion's share of chances in the first half here with Lavezzi, and his keeper somehow just pulled that out from the goals, and I did end up missing the rebound. And again, Lavezzi's pace is just ridiculous. He can go by anyone. That was Dani Alves that he was attacking there at right back, and he was just making an absolute fool of him. But KSI did get his first chance just before the half-hour mark. Took a shot, but Buffon was equal to it and saved very well. And again here, Lichtsteiner with some great play and plays a superb ball into Lamela, and I absolutely fooled his defenders. He wasn't happy about that at all. Tracked back with Ramos, tried to win the ball there, but he should know that Lamela is an absolute beast. Took me out of it, and it was a penalty. Who stood up but the main man himself in midfield, Vidal? And it was Vidal against Casillas who would come out on top, and it was indeed Vidal. Great goal there, and it was 2-0 at this point, and I was going pretty hysterical. I couldn't believe I was 2-0 up against the one and only KSI. But I guess that's just how it goes, and you'll see there the stats at halftime. I was fairly all over him, to be fair, and he did actually come out of the second half all guns blazing, and that's actually what he done throughout the 3 games. He was very good at the start of the second half, and yeah, he made me pay for it a couple of times. But this game was, in large, pretty much my game, so to speak. And you'll see there a nice little bit of skill, and I finessed it, but the keeper just saved it. A great save there by Casillas. Couldn't do much about that, and I couldn't follow up on that chance there. And Lavezzi here should have done a lot better with that volley. But you'll see the kind of pattern evolving, which was chance after chance. And I did get a bit sweaty here, but it's something I've always wanted to do against JJ, was get that tramp goal, because I've seen so many clips of him doing that in his race to Division 1 from FIFA 12, and I just wanted to get one over on him there. For all you guys that hate that, what can you do? It just it happens, and I know I should have probably done it 3-0, but hey. I wanted to induce the rage, and again there you'll see Aguero with the nice goal to make it 4-0, and I was absolutely cruising at this point. And here's the nail in the coffin right here. You'll see a lovely goal by Lavezzi, and at this point we were basically swapping Facebook details so he could write me an apology. Nah, I'm only joking, we weren't, but yeah, he should have. But anyways, you'll see here he plays a nice ball in to, I think that was Sanchez, and Buffon again. Buffon is just an amazing keeper. If you don't have him, you should go out and get him. But that's how the first game ended, 5-0, and at this point he wasn't a happy man whatsoever, and the only thing he wanted was a rematch, and I had to give him the rematch. After all, I suppose it just had to be done. But you see the stats there, it was pretty much domination. But his excuse was that it was his first game of the day, and I kind of understand that to a certain extent. But he sent me an invite into a game because I guess he wanted a home advantage for this one. And we cracked straight on in, and he actually did pick a different team to the one that he put out the first time. And I was kind of surprised because the first team obviously cost him quite a bit. But this team was unbelievable. Like, look at all the pace in there. Like, Bong Lahore up front, it goes for what, about 150k, I think. A lot of good players in there. Bale, Walcott. It's pure pace abuse, really, and I wouldn't expect anything less from JJ, really. But you'll see here he does get the first chance of the match. Sandy Cazorla absolutely rocketing off the crossbar, but he made an absolutely terrible mistake there. It's that first touch. The first touch has, I know, made a fool of a lot of us, really. I know people that have had real problems with that. Obviously you let go of the right trigger, but I did make him pay for that. He brought his keeper into no man's land, and he did actually have a few chances here, but Buffon was equal to them. But he did finally get his goal against me. Some nice play outside the box. Ramirez playing a little 1-2 and outside of the right boot, and Buffon really stood no chance. He held out for long enough. He held out for nearly a game and a half, and that's actually how the first half ended, 1-1, and it was actually quite tight. You'll see there, it was a lot closer than the first game anyways, and I suppose he did need that warm-up game, and he probably needed this pace-abusing team, so to speak. But anyways, you see there, he probably should have got another goal there and made it 2-1. And here I didn't expect to have all that space. His defender suddenly slowed down, and that's why I had already pressed A to make the pass, but I was definitely through on goal there. And this penalty here, I don't know whether it's a penalty or not. You can make up your mind whether you think that was. I think he was jumping for a header, and I think it is a bit soft. But hey, JJ would have taken that all day, and that's exactly what he done. You see, he steps up with Santi Cazorla, and he scores. I nearly get a hand to that, but with 13 minutes remaining in the game, I had to get back into it. I had to get that goal, and it just didn't seem like it was coming. I did open up with Lavezzi, and again, that first touch pulled me away from goal. And Casillas, it was sorry, not Casillas, this is a different game. It is Szczesny actually in goals for this game, and I'd say because he's an Arsenal fan, he wanted to get him in there. There's obviously better options in the Premier League. But you'll see here, Lamela in the 87th minute, he slide tackles. I do a roulette around David Luiz, but Szczesny saves, and this is just insane here. I think that was Lavezzi, possibly. No, Aguero who took the shot, sorry. And he should have cleared it here. No, he didn't. Aguero gets it back, roulettes around, and he's sliding down with his left foot, 90th minute, and I get that equaliser, and I was going crazy. The game ended 2-2, and there was only one thing left to do, and that was play extra time and penalties if need be. And I didn't think this team could get any more pacey, but he brought on Wright Phillips and Lennon just to inject a bit more into the game. Played a lovely through ball in here to Agbonlahor, and he should have probably scored, but I kind of read exactly what he was going to do there, and I put the defender in the way, and Buffon was a great save there pretty much with that rebound that it fell to Agbonlahor. And you'll see there, half-time through extra time, and it's so tight. Look at that. It was so tight. 15 shots against 14 shots, and we both had 9 on target, and that basically sums up how close this game was. And he played that over the top through ball into Agbonlahor, and he actually did that pretty much throughout the 3 games. He played it through ball over the top from the kickoff. I think that's a little move of his. But you see there, with only a couple minutes left to go, he broke my heart with Agbonlahor with an absolutely beautiful header from that corner, and that made it 3-2. And that's actually exactly how the game ended. I was a bit disgusted, but what can you do? And again, there was only one thing left to do, and that was play a decider. It had to go to a third game. This thing had to be, I suppose, resolved, and see who once and for all was going to come out victorious. And you'll see there the game again. Look how close them stats are. 16 shots to 15, and both 10 on target, and also the possession was quite close. So you see here, I invite him in for the third game. And again, I knew what team he was going to use. I was hoping, beyond hope, that he'd use that first team against me, the one with Ramos and Thiago Silva and Benzema and all the Liga BBVA players, but he didn't. I was just waiting. I was saying, don't use that team against me, please pick another team. But he declined, and he said, no, I'm using my pace-abusing Premier League team. And again, it was the exact same. He lined out the exact same. And actually, it's kind of funny because he did end up bringing on the 2 lads once again, both Wright Phillips and Lennon. So I think that's a little move of his if things kind of go pear-shaped for him or it goes into extra time. But anyways, there wasn't many chances in this game, it must be said. Very few, actually. You'll see here Walcott. This was really a battle of the midfield because we both kind of sussed out each other's games from the first 2 games, and it was just, this game was incredibly close. There was, again, nothing in it. You'll see here, I did actually get a goal in the first half with Lavezzi just after the half-hour mark. But it was kind of, I wouldn't say against the run of play, but it was probably slightly undeserved in terms of it was very balanced in this first half. And again here, I should have done a lot better. 3-on-1. And somehow I didn't convert that. His keeper did end up picking it up. And that's how the first half ended, 1-0. This game doesn't have all the excitement and all... well, it was exciting to a certain extent, but it wasn't, I suppose, as exciting as the first 2 games in terms of chances. But in terms of just pure, I suppose, adrenaline and just kind of getting your heart racing, this game really done it for me because it was the decider. This one was going to basically put everything to bed that happened in the first 2 games because we did come out even. And you'll see here, directly after half-time, as I said, he always starts the second half very strong. A nice bit of trickery with Walcott on the wing, crossed it in, and Bale with a monstrous header. And with 10 minutes to go in normal time, he probably should have put that away if he took it on a bit earlier. But Buffon came out and gobbled that one up. And that's how the game ended, 1-1, and I knew there was, again, one thing left to do, and I wasn't looking forward to it. That was play extra time and penalties if need be. First chance did go to me in the first half of extra time, and I thought that was actually in by Lavezzi. It was so close, and you'll see here with Wright Phillips, he takes the shot, and he did actually bring them on right at the end of normal time again, so he did the exact same thing. And you'll see here, this one should have definitely went in. Bonghor Buffon, if you see that again, it literally just, he taps it away. He gets this corner, and there is literally only a couple of minutes left in the game. And who pops up but Johan Giroud with that half volley? I was speechless at this point. I didn't think Giroud would be the final nail in my coffin, and I didn't think that it should have went that way, but I guess I'm just not the man for extra time, and it could have actually been worse there. You'll see Wright Phillips strikes it over the bar, but that's how it ended, 2-1, and KSI did get the best of me in this best of 3 series. But again, we might play in the future, and I might get my revenge, you never know, but I will be showing you the match details. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to check out more FIFA 13 content. But that's it for me. I'll see you next time.